This program is made possible by the generous support of Sterling and Croft.
Sterling and Croft, protecting your cardboard investments from humidity, sunlight, and your spouse.
Time is not merely a measurement. It is an inventory. Welcome to the Topps Wax Museum. I am your curator, Buttermilk. We do not rip packs here. We do not chase hits. Those are uncouth behaviors suited for a carnival, not an archive. Here, we perform forensic audits. We curate the cardboard echoes of the diamond. We analyze the ink flow of immortality. We document the slow decay of the wax seal. And this audit is of unprecedented scale. Over the next 12 months, we will catalog the modern evolution of the Topps flagship era, a definitive half-century of history, from the matte cardboard of 1976 to the UV-coated precision of 2025. 112 episodes, 112 hobby packs, no retail scraps, only the distribution intended for the serious investor. We will extract them, we will encase them, and because a true museum exists for the public good, at the end of each month, the collection will be deaccessioned. These cards will be distributed to you, the patrons. But today, we begin at the beginning. 1976. The gum inside this vessel has been curing for decades. It is no longer food. It is a geological sample. The audit begins now.
We shall proceed with the extraction momentarily. But first, administrative protocols must be observed. Before we proceed with the forensic analysis, the Office of the Curator must formally acknowledge our inaugural archival benefactor. We have established a visiting fellowship with a sister institution known as 12 Again Sports and Outdoors. Under the stewardship of Chief Archivist Danny, this institution specializes in the preservation of nostalgia, specifically the anthropological study of returning one's spirit to the age of 12. Noble, if somewhat chaotic, pursuit. Danny's galleries focus on the intersection of athletic artifacts and the great outdoors. What we in the museum trade refer to as field studies. We thank him for his patronage. His name has been entered into the permanent ledger.
Now, the preliminaries are concluded. We must escalate our containment protocols. Cotton is sufficient for the ledger. It is not sufficient for the specimen, for that requires a barrier that is impermeable. Nitrile engaged. The sterile field is absolute. I will now insert the wax breacher beneath the posterior flap. Applying minimal torque. The seal is broken. Priority 1, isolation, complete. The archive is now secure beneath a deck obscura, shielded from the light, and more importantly, shielded from the sugar, and shielded from view until it is time for each individual artifact to be audited. Now, we address the debris. These confectionery shards. Look at them. A sugar-dusted fossil. I will remove the biohazards using the surgical extractors. We are retaining the specimens. It has a higher calling, a final transformation that we will reveal in due time. But for now, the gum must witness the audit of its brethren. We leave it here in purgatory, inside the crystalline mill. The waxen vessel will be set aside until the audit is complete. The stack is secured now, and we shall proceed, one artifact at a time. Article number 24. Cesar Geronimo. An essential piece for the museum's complete 660 card narrative. He looks as though he just woke up from a nap in the bullpen, ready for encapsulation. We should put the specimen in the primary membrane, and then followed by the polycarbonate carapace. Using care not to damage the specimen. Specimen number 24 we placed in the reliquary. Our next specimen. Article number 422. Johnny Grubb, the San Diego Padres. A workhorse of the set, representing the heart of San Diego Padres roster. Our next article. Jim Crawford. Number 428 for the Houston Astros. He looks as though he likely retired to sell insurance, but here he is immortal. This card captures the quintessential 1976 Bicentennial vibe. Up next, article number 25. Mike Torres, Baltimore Orioles. He is staring into the middle distance, contemplating his era. It is a standard issue artifact of 1976. Our next article, Article 41, Tippy Martinez. This 1976 rookie designation is always a highlight for the museum. Although we see much miscut on the edges of this card. Our next article is article number 52, Dave Chalk of the California Angels. He probably remembers the photo shoot vividly. Definitely a survivor of the bicycle spokes. Paper from this era wants to rot, but we deny it. One more soul for the vessel. Our next article, Article 56, Bob Tolan of the San Diego Padres. A quiet career, preserved loudly by this museum. Notice the centering here. Find these clean in 76 was always a challenge. Only a few specimens remain. Next, specimen 62, Johnny Oates of the Philadelphia Phillies. I've always appreciated the clean borders on this specific run. The bright pink, nearly fluorescent yellows. This one tries to deny encapsulation. Our next specimen, number 204. This is the 1975 American League strikeout leaders, Frank Tanana, Bert Blyleven, and Gaylord Perry. All journeymen in the truest sense of the word. This specimen has a soft corner. be seen here. And the final specimen from this vessel. Specimen 206, Manny Trio from the Chicago Cubs. Derivative. Trade value, a single stick of gum. This is why we wear gloves. The stench of the North Side is prevalent, but we shall encase it nonetheless. The roster is complete. The reliquary is fed. And finally, the chrysalis. The wrapper itself. Most would discard this husk, but the wrapper is the context. It cannot fit within the standard reliquary constraints. It demands its own architecture. I shall give that just a moment. Prepare our larger size polycarbonate carapace. Encapsulation in the oversized carriage. The branding is preserved. The audit is closed. Now the ritual begins. We must prepare the raw materials for the distillers. Pulverizing the nostalgia, literally reducing the years to dust. The reduction of history is exact work. It cannot be rushed. While I continue to break down to its essential salts, let us observe the artisans who await its arrival. Sterling and Croft.
Why smell like common citrus when you can evoke the olfactory majesty of a 1976 wax seal? Eau de Gomme features top notes of petrified pink sugar, heart notes of aged cardboard, and a base note of stagnant basement air. Spray it on your lapel and let the world know you've been auditing the archive, because the scent of greatness never fades. It just crystallizes.
The reduction is complete. I will now transfer the remains of the specimen into the specimen file using the transfer conduit. Placing the seal. It is now hermetically sealed and tamper evident. I will now place a secure seal onto this specimen. We'll place this specimen in the black shroud. Close that seal. Always for good measure, place a second security seal on the package. This will be addressed directly to Sterling and Croft, Bespoke Archives. It will leave the museum tonight. The museum cannot hoard everything. At the conclusion of each month, we purge the archives. The entire collection of artifacts unearthed this month will be divided into 3 equal lots. 3 custodians will inherit these histories, but to petition for custody, you must follow the protocol. First and foremost, you must enlist in the museum registry. 2, you must extend patronage to the benefactor of this month's exhibition. Their coordinates are located in the description below. And 3, you must leave a log of your testimony below, answering the query of the day. And the query of the day is this. The year is 1976. The country was celebrating its 200 years. If you could preserve one item from 1976 in this museum, besides a baseball card, what would it be? Those are the protocols. Any deviation results in a voided claim. The archives are now open. You may proceed. 3 winners, 3 lots, no repeats. I will select the custodians at the end of the month. 1 audit will be chosen at random, and from that audit, 1 testimony chosen for each winner. Do not disappoint me with brevity. Now, patrons, the gum is ground, the wrapper is safe, the history is audited. I thank you for your attendance. But the timeline demands progression. We reconvene Saturday, January 3rd, to examine the 2nd series specimen from the year 2005. Until then, the museum is closed.